The boys are back. We used to.
I think we sang that song several times.
Several times. But
welcome back to the Barely Cool podcast.
It's me.
If you brought your Bibles, turn to.
Open up your Bibles to Nahum. 6 verse 3.
Can you tell by my walk? Can you hear it in my talk? I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. Can't you see in my eyes? It should come as no surprise. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. The barely, barely cool. No, the barely cool. The barely, barely cool. Yeah, the barely cool. The barely, barely cool. No, the barely cool. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't bring my Bible. Frick.
That's the big idea for today, folks. Always bring your Bible. Don't be a Bible-less Ben.
Well, okay. Don't make that a thing. Don't make that a thing.
Welcome back to the Barely Cool podcast.
We're back. Last 2 weeks ago, it was just Judah. I didn't watch it. I don't know what he was talking about. Something. And then last week was just me making breakfast. No one watched that either.
I don't remember what I was talking about. I remember I had a good time doing solo. I was kind of going off.
Yeah?
There was one moment.
Go back and watch
There was one moment where I remember sitting with my eyes closed for like an uncomfortable amount of time while I was trying to think about something.
Oh yeah.
I think I was talking about the Oscars a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then I kept going. Who cares? What am I doing? Like,
I was dying, so I wasn't listening to it while I was editing. I was just like, I'm putting this thing on a track and hitting render. That's what I did.
it looked cool, actually.
Your lighting?
Yeah.
It did look cool.
I thought it looked kind of fun.
It did look cool. Mine was just in a kitchen.
I liked yours.
I thought it was okay.
I liked it.
A lot of dead space because I had to keep putting the mic down.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
We're cooking.
Well, people were supposed to be making breakfast with me.
Yeah, well, because as we all know, everybody's at home, crowded around the couch, watching this bright and early Thursday morning.
Yep.
And
I think I said with their families.
Of course.
All cuddled up. Yeah, that's how I envision it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's how I visualize it in my head.
Absolutely. When all the famous people who follow us are watching.
Yeah.
You know, they
with their fam in the
cuddle
morning.
up with their family.
Everybody go. It's barely cool time.
Mom, wake up!
Everyone's like flying
wake up,
over
Mom!
the couch. Mom,
Yeah.
It's Thursday morning.
And she shoots
You
out
know
of
what
it.
that means.
Ben and Judah, barely cool.
Barely Cool podcast
Oh my
is back.
gosh, I almost forgot.
A fresh episode.
You guys
Don't
are gonna
miss it.
You guys are gonna have to miss first period. This is important. You're gonna miss the school bus. Dad's gonna drive you in. Ben's cooking.
Ben's cooking. Quick, guys, get the pots and pans out. It was the kind of a similar thing with the watch-alongs where I felt like it would be easy to watch that and go, yeah, this is boring. And you're correct, it is boring if you're not making breakfast with me.
Yeah.
Making breakfast with me, it's fun. Because then we're doing it together, and then we share a meal together at the end.
That's nice.
While we talk about measles.
Yeah.
It's a good dinner topic. Or breakfast topic.
As good as any.
Go get your measles vaccine, all right? I'm back with it again.
Oh my gosh.
Go get it done.
You don't need to do that. You can chew
You need
cinnamon.
to get it done.
You can chew raw cinnamon.
No.
I heard the guy at Nature's Emporium, and he was telling me you can chew raw cinnamon.
You need to get it done.
and drink lemon juice
Get
every
it
night.
done.
Apple cider vinegar.
Your children will die.
It'll
Children will die.
it'll help you out.
I don't want them to die.
You know what I've been getting? I've been all over.
What have you been all over?
Well, let me say, I got back. Okay, first off, real quick,
can I quickly say it is good? It's good to have you back.
it's good to see you.
It's been a long time.
My heart did a little leap of joy when I saw you come into our house.
Oh,
It's in ages.
it has been. It's
Been
been ages.
too long.
Anyways, you go ahead and say.
All
what you're
right,
gonna
first
say.
things first.
You-
Got some new kicks.
Look at his new kicks.
Aren't these insane? How do they smell?
They smell great. New
Fresh.
kicks. They smell like new kicks.
So stoked on those. Now, that's besides the point. But that I'm wearing them. I just bought them. I haven't worn them out yet, and I wanted to flash them off because I think
They look great.
I think
Well, it's
they're
good that I gave you this chair then, so you can flash them off.
I was thinking about it. I wasn't going to say it, but I was kind of thinking.
Oh, there you go. Next time, just say it.
I just got back from vacay.
He did. He's on a cruise.
Was on a cruise.
He didn't watch last night.
Let me tell you about this cruise.
Last week.
Let me tell you about this cruise.
Tell me about
Okay,
the cruise.
I'm gonna give you the basics, and then as we talk, maybe I'll jump in with a cruise fact. Okay.
You're a big cruiser.
It's my third cruise.
Yeah, that
I've
makes
ever
you
been
that
on.
makes you a big cruiser.
You think?
I've been on 0.
Well, one was when I was my parents took us on it.
Okay.
We went on a Carnival cruise. Maddie and I went on one to.
Keep getting distracted by
by
smiling
the show.
friends.
We got smiling friends on in the background. Maddie and I went on a cruise 2 years ago.
Yep,
Just
I
us,
remember that
Royal
one.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
And then this time we surprised her brother and his wife and kids. They had a cruise booked.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you
With
had a
Maddie's
whole
parents.
surprise.
Yeah,
How did that go?
pretty good.
Did it work?
You want me to show you the video?
You made a video.
We filmed it. Maddie filmed the whole process.
All right. Well, let's see it.
I'll
Pull
hold
up the video, guys. It's out there.
I'll crank the volume and I'll hold it up.
Everyone can watch.
I probably won't put it on the podcast, but
No. Watch
you
it
guys
like
can hear
watch it like a
So,
librarian.
well, I'll tell you. Okay, here's the plan. Here's what happened.
Okay.
We had gone back and forth. We talked about maybe surprising them. So Maddie's brother and his wife and Maddie's parents had this cruise booked since like last year, ages ago. And then Maddie's parents brought it up to us to check out last minute deals, and we thought, you know what, let's check it out in like February. We ended up booking end of Feb, so pretty last minute.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, didn't tell her brother and his wife or their kids.
That's fun.
And so
very
we
fun.
originally planned that first day we were going to surprise them at dinner because you get assigned seating, and
Yeah.
we thought we'd all be at the same table probably, and we'd surprise them at dinner. And then we were like, you know what, that's going to be pretty difficult to arrange.
Right.
So we got to figure out something else. And I went, why don't we just like surprise them at their room, because their room was going to be next to Maddie's parents' room.
Right.
And so I had this idea, or Matt, I don't remember who had the idea, but to go and we were going to get Maddie's parents because they knew we were there, and have them knock on their door.
Right.
So if they look through a little peephole, parents.
Yeah.
And then they walk in and we just walk in behind them like, oh, nice view, something like that.
That's fun.
That'd be kind of
That's fun.
fun.
Throw them for a little bit of a loop.
Yes. So, but the communication kind of fell apart. We were trying to figure
kill
out. We were like, okay,
Like
we're going
these
to go to
things
their
usually
room.
do.
And we heard them in the hall, so we like quickly backtracked.
Oh.
And I was like, what do we do? Are they leaving? What do we gotta just do it. We gotta just do it. So anyway, that's the lead up to this video.
Okay. Listen, guys. Listen closely.
Did you just close the door? But I have the key. I thought you didn't have the key. Why didn't
Oh, what the? You guys are here? Oh, what the heck?
Your mom was just texting
Bro.
you. And I was like, why are you texting
What
you?
the heck?
You just caught on.
Dude, what the hell? That cheesed me
Right
so
when you were
bad.
going around, she goes,
That
why are you
cheesed me
texting
so
Juna?
bad.
Here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know what he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's 30.
That cheesed me so bad. That's awesome.
He is old. Yeah,
That's great.
It was a great.
Wow, they were shocked. That was great.
and
That was
they
true
brought
shock.
it up like we kept talking about throughout the
you guys
week.
crushed.
It was great. We left out of New York, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Maddie and I flew in to LaGuardia, and then you like the sensor? Yeah.
Sorry. I keep getting distracted.
And then we left out of Brooklyn, went down the coast of the east.
Okay.
Did a stop in Port Canaveral,
Okay.
and then we did a stop in Nassau,
Okay.
Bahamas, and then we did a stop. They have their own little island that the cruise company owns.
Wow.
Yeah, called Ocean Cay.
Ocean Cay.
Yeah, and
Wow.
then it's just east of Miami.
Okay.
Like not just.
and you
just-
stopped there for a while, I'm presuming.
That was so okay. That's the one thing I wanted to address about your podcast. Okay.
I know your dad addressed it too. You're there for longer than 4 hours. I get it. I was
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah. So
Still, it
Port
still stands. I
Canaveral-
don't care how long you're there.
Port
it still stands.
Canaveral and Nassau, we got there at like 1 p.m. left around 9. So that's like 8 hours. Ocean Cay, we were there for 12 hours.
Okay, that's cool.
So
Still doesn't sell me.
I get you. I see. I get the concern, especially in Europe. If you're doing Mediterranean, because Europe is dense. You want to see everything.
I want all the time
Yeah.
that I need.
I'll tell you what, in the Caribbean, and some of the
Not much to go see.
Well, there is if you actually do the work.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Port Canaveral, Cape Canaveral, whatever the hell it's called. NASA's there. They've got the Kennedy Space.
Oh, that's right. They do
So
have
that's
the
cool.
Kennedy Space Center.
We didn't
there,
do
yeah.
it.
Didn't go see it.
No, it was gonna be too much money.
That's fair.
And I was kind of fighting a bit of a cold
That's
at the
fair.
beginning
That's
of
fair.
the trip.
Would be cool if you got to see a rocket launch off there. That would have been
That
cool.
would have been sick. That would have been cool. I mean, they own like the whole, like, it's not a peninsula. It's like a, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
what
something.
it is.
But they
Some
own
kind
like
of island
NASA
formation.
seems to own like that entire hunk of land pretty
That's
much.
pretty cool. I mean, I guess
Um,
they're launching stuff from there all the dang time, so
Yeah.
it makes sense just to own it. So you
Yeah.
don't have to rent.
I did think about. We did
Rent's
think about.
expensive right now, guys.
It is.
NASA can't be renting.
No, well, they got to
the
spend all their
island.
money on flipping rocket
on
fuel.
rocket.
On the rocket. On rocket.
On rocket is expensive.
They got to spend all their money on rocket. And space don't come cheap these days.
They don't. It's
Both
not.
here, space like land, and then space.
All of the endless
The
space where they
stars.
can't hear you scream.
True.
Just endless.
Infinitely ever expanding
Blackness.
space.
If you get out there, you're gone forever.
Yeah.
No one ever will find you again.
I've heard you boil in space. What is that? Like you boil?
I don't
What
know,
does that
man.
mean?
I've heard a bajillion things
I
about what
don't
happens in
know.
space. You freeze, you boil, you flip and blow
Your bo-
up.
You blow up. You
Yeah, all of
you
your
either
all of the
explode or you
air.
implode.
Yeah,
I
all
don't-
of the air gets
Yeah.
sucked out of your body.
Your
The same, so
blood-
technically you implode.
Yeah, your blood rips out of you. I don't know.
Guess what? I don't need to know because I'm never gonna find myself in space
That's fair.
without a space suit.
That's fair. I thought you lost your spacesuit. Yeah,
Honey,
Where's my spacesuit?
Anyways,
What was it? Space. It's pretty crazy up there.
oh yeah,
I
the
think.
Cape Canaveral. Oh, in space.
Yeah.
We're still on that.
I would guess it's pretty crazy up there.
I
You
watched
can't hear sound.
I watched a movie with White House Down. No, not White House Down.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen guy.
I knew it.
What's his name?
Russell Crowe?
No, not Russell Crowe.
Is he-
Gerard? Is there
Gerard
a-
Butler.
Butler.
Gerard Butler. I
He
always
was
get
in
them
it.
confused.
I don't know what it was called. It was something about
Space?
about a Earth's climate's getting real bad, and so they build this like space station
Okay.
that monitors this thing that kind of it uses a bunch of stuff to make the weather okay, and then it goes all wrong.
I think it's like the big storm or something like.
Something like that.
I think
it's on Netflix. I think.
I think it came out when I was working at the movie theater,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
remember looking at it and going, "I get free movies. I'm not wasting.
Yeah, I saw it
on.
on Netflix, and you know me with those types
Yeah,
of movies.
well, of course.
And I was sick, so I
Yeah.
had just finished watching The Dark Knight, all
Yeah.
three of them, that whole trilogy over again. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
time for something stupid. And so I found this. I was like, this looks sufficiently
Yeah.
stupid.
And
But
when
yeah,
it
he's in
was,
space in it.
He's in space.
That's the whole reason I brought
Can
it
you
up.
hear in space in the movies? You can sometimes hear in space in movies, but technically you're not supposed to hear in space in movies.
You can hear when they're in the space station.
Okay. But like if there's an explosion in space,
You can hear it.
oh,
It's not like an Interstellar. Or
you're not
whatever.
supposed to hear in space. There's
That's
no
what
sound.
That's
waves
why there's no sound in Interstellar when stuff goes nuts.
when it's in space. Yeah.
which is cool.
Until the air busts through the thing, and
Yeah.
then because there's air, you can kind of hear stuff.
Cool.
There's nothing for the sound waves to bounce off of in space. You know tardigrades?
Yeah, the little guys
They
who
can survive
in space.
Did you hear about, speaking of space, there was a moss or a lichen that grew outside of the ISS? They found on the outside of the windows.
A moss?
Yeah, I was reading. I don't know if it's
Wow.
recent or if this was actually a really old thing, but there's
outside
a type
the window.
of moss.
Outside the window of what?
The ISS.
Like what room?
I don't know.
Was it the plant room? They have
I
a
don't
plant
know.
room over
They
there.
must.
Right?
They must have a
How
plant
How
room.
are they getting oxygen without the plant room?
True. That's the
Probably-
only way.
That's the only way.
That's the
They're
only
not
way.
flying it up there in the
They've got
Falcon 9.
They've
but
got their algae rooms. Just
produces
spitting out
it,
oxygen.
sucks it up in the
Yeah.
Well, actually, like real. Do they have like? Is it a mechanical thing? How do
I
they
don't
do
know.
that up
I
there?
don't- They
like
always
they
have
breathe
air.
out.
They always have
and
air.
they're breathing out carbon dioxide. So how's that being recycled? Otherwise, you'd get hypercapnic.
Are they doing the Martian thing where he's like making his own oxygen with the?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would be what the plant room is for.
Well, no, but he makes his own oxygen with like H2O and he's burning.
Oh,
it and
you're
splitting
right.
it or
That's
whatever.
right. I forgot there's a way
Yeah,
to do that.
He burns the hydrogen and he
But,
gets.
okay, so the creation of oxygen doesn't as much concern me
Yeah.
because there's a bunch of ways to do that.
Yeah.
Like a plant room.
Yeah.
Which is what
which
I-
is probably what it
which
is.
is what I
It's
think.
probably the plant room.
I think it's a plant
Yeah,
room
it
with solar
must
lights.
It must be.
They got the sun up there unimpeded. Just get
It's
a plant
true.
room that's always facing the sun.
Yeah,
Can't be that hard.
They could they could probably shave, like they could have the window have like a little bit less UV resistance,
Yeah.
so that the plants are getting supercharged.
There's gotta be a way
They're spitting out oxygen.
to make a way so it never goes away from the sun. It's like an stationary orbit.
Yeah. Well,
That's a thing.
They just got a room that's all
Geostationary orbit.
They just got a
There's
room that's all
plants.
window.
And that's why they got botanists up there.
all window and all plant.
All window, all plant.
Yeah.
When you go in
The
there,
greenhouse.
It's a greenhouse.
got-
They have it in there.
It's just
so
glass.
that doesn't concern me.
Yeah.
It's just like regular glass.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It keeps breaking.
Yeah,
We keep losing
yeah.
all these plants. We don't know why. Anyways, that doesn't concern me.
Yeah.
What concerns me is
Poop.
no.
Oh.
I know poop. They shoot it out. I think.
That makes sense.
I think it gets all sucked into a little, and then why not, right?
Yeah, no one's
Imagine if
gonna complain.
like 150 years from now,
It's just all
it
poop
just
up there.
somehow made its way.
We got
Like no, we launched poop out, and then through a series of collision events,
Yeah.
it somehow got turned around back to Earth, and then poop just came
meteor.
floating back,
Yeah.
and we're like, wow, look, whose poop is that? And then we took it and we DNA tested it, and it was like an
Right.
astronaut from 150 years ago.
Yeah.
How sick would that be? Anyways, what concerns me is CO2, man. Where's that all going? It's getting sucked up all the time, out of the air, recycling it.
Ben.
Where's it going?
To the plant room. They eat CO2.
So it sucks.
The plants eat the CO2.
Okay, so there's ventilation that
Yeah.
sucks all the CO2 to the plant room.
Yeah. It's a cycle. It sucks
Okay.
all the CO2
I
and
can
the,
get on
and the
board
plant
with
room
that.
sends out the
that
O2.
must be kind of
They've got a filter system.
that must be kind of loud because you'd
Maybe,
always have some
perhaps.
kind of ventilation running.
Yeah, they're just talking and then just
Yeah, every now and then.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the CO2 to the plant
when
room.
the CO2 meters get to like 10%,
Great
you just hear like they're just like wah, wah, wah,
Yeah.
all the doors closed. It's just sucking it in.
Can you imagine like the live stream with the things that starts going? Oh, something wrong? No, I'll just go to the plant room.
Going to the plant room. CO2.
You guys want to see the plant room?
CO2 levels are
the
getting
plant
big.
room. Listen, someone from NASA, if you're watching this, or you know, someone who's involved in that, like an ISS astronaut or something, can you explain to me what's going on there? Is there a plant room? I think there's a plant room, and you're hiding it from us.
Yeah.
You
They're
can't
probably growing the best plants too.
dude. They probably have some good plants up there.
What do you think they're growing?
I think they're growing.
It's got to be algae. Algae's got to be like your
well,
best.
algae's nuts.
That's your best.
That was on the Crossword Mini today. It said oxygen are responsible for oxygen production. It was trees, and I was
and
like,
I
thought it was-
also.
and I was like, you
yes.
got to get an algae here.
Well, first I wrote
'Cause
plant.
Okay, that's fair. It ended up being trees.
It was trees.
But trees is like, yeah, if you have a grade 3 education, trees are the main oxygen producer. They're not. It's algae, boys.
It's algae.
Algae's all about it. Trees do it. They lend a hand.
They help. When
They do a lot of other good things
that's
too.
my thing. Is I know people.
There's no
not-
leaf.
I don't have friends.
They don't got enough leaves.
But I know people who've done tree planting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But if you really want to help, you'd be out there
Algae
with
planting.
a bucket of slop,
yeah,
flinging algae into the water.
algae planting.
Yeah.
Surface area, guys.
Yeah.
It's all about the surface area.
Yeah. Not too much.
Algae's got
then you drown
way
the
more
fish.
surface area than a tree does.
Yeah. But you kill the fish if you do
That's
too
why
much.
our brain folds. Everything's about surface area.
It's true.
Everything is. Find me something that isn't about surface area. Fundamentally about surface area.
Can't do it.
It's all about surface area.
Can't do it.
It's all about surface. The plant room. Gotta have a lot of surface area. In the
Baseball
plant
got
room.
the little threads on them to hold it.
surface.
Otherwise, surface area is too slick. Surface area is too slick without the
Is that a
threads.
movie?
No, I don't know.
sounds like a baseball movie. Some old guy.
Yeah.
You know, surface area too slick.
You need the thread. Oh, a surface area is too slick. It's common. Everyone knows this.
Everything's about surface.
It's got to
area.
be red thread. Red thread.
You know, you throw
Surface area too slick.
like a penis went south.
Red thread.
I just got a
Yeah.
book about
Otherwise-
Jimmy Carter. I
Otherwise, you
haven't
can't-
read it yet.
Otherwise, Tommy Taylor can't throw his knuckleball.
Tommy Taylor.
Surface area too
That's the most
slick.
baseball name in the
Yeah.
whole world.
That's why they use pigskin.
Tommy
for
Taylor.
footballs. Surface area.
Surface area. That's what I'm talking about. Did you get to the part of the podcast where I talked about the pigs? Like I talked about how I almost became vegetarian?
No.
Well, because we were driving on the highway, and we drove me and Anissa.
Past a
When I say we,
slaughterhouse. I know what you
Unless
mean.
otherwise stated.
I
I
didn't
mean, my other half. You know what, man?
I didn't.
You don't
I-
ask about
I
it.
knew who you
It's
meant.
my wife. Okay. Good Lord.
Is that for the audience? I don't know who you're clarifying
You.
for.
You had a look in your eye. Who?
Who'd you
Who are
think
you
I
with?
think I
Another
thought?
friend?
Who'd you
You're
think
my
I think I
friend.
thought you thought we were driving
Another
with? Who'd
friend.
you think
I thought you were
I
jealous
know.
of someone.
Well, I was a little, and I still am, even though I know it's Anissa. That doesn't change the jealousy. I'd like
Anyways.
to be driving with you on the highway.
Anyways, we were driving on the highway.
Okay.
Me and Anissa
Yeah. How long?
for like 45 minutes.
Okay.
Well, some of the extra sick came up there. It's
Better not.
so we drove past this truck that was hauling pigs, and I know they got to breathe and all, but flipping just don't let me see in there because they're all on top of each other, man.
You know what Paul McCartney
And I was
once
eating
said?
female bacon in this episode, and that's why I had an issue where I was like, "Listen, this is tasty."
Have you know that famous?
But
Paul
I know these
McCartney
pigs.
quote?
That famous Paul McCartney quote?
Yeah.
No. What is it?
If you could see them blow the pigs' heads off, everybody would be
Did
vegetarian.
he actually say it? Did he
No,
actually say that?
he said something like if slaughterhouses, he said it much more eloquently. If slaughterhouses had glass walls, everyone would be vegetarian.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
Instead, I said if you could see them blow the pigs' heads off, everybody would be vegetarian. You know,
Yeah, so I
famously
had-
Southern Paul McCartney.
That was Paul McClartney. McClartney.
Yeah, I didn't.
Paul McClartney?
I didn't say Paul McCartney. I said Paul McClartney. He's
You know that quote from Paul
he's-
McClartney?
He's just like a guy living in Tennessee. if everybody could see them blow the pigs' heads off, everybody be vegetarian.
Dash Paul McClartney.
Yeah, Paul McClartney.
Anyways. Oh, look, a normal-looking character in Smiling Friends. Paul McClartney.
What's his name? Yeah, he had a band. Me and the boys got together, started a band. Me and John Lemon, and and George Hartson, and then we got Rongo.
Bingo stop.
Bingo. Oh, bingo's on the kit. You can't go wrong. Oh, they call us the Weedles.
I was trying to come up with something in my. I was this whole time there. I was like, "What can I make Beatles sound Southern? Bleedles."
On account of us all being wheat farmers, we called ourselves the Wheedles.
Paul McClartney.
Paul McClartney.
Anyways, yeah. So, as Paul McClartney said, I saw these pigs and
Yeah.
they were all crawling all over each other, and one of them had their little nose sticking out, and I was like, "Oh, you poor little pal." Meanwhile, I was eating people bacon while I was talking about this, so there's kind of a issue there. But
We had that on
I got close
on the cruise where we were really faced with that dilemma. Not us, but my one side of the family, vegan, in-laws, not at all.
Mhm.
And my mother-in-law
anti-vegan. They only eat meat.
pretty much, yeah, ordered a lamb shank. This thing
Ooh,
comes
that sounds pretty good,
like
actually.
this big, bones sticking out of it.
Oh, nice.
My niece walks over. What's that?
Oh no.
It's lamb. And I went, yeah, like the baby Jesus. And then I got in trouble.
Like the baby Jesus.
And then lamb.
And you got in trouble?
well, not they were just like, she doesn't need that. You're come on. And then they were like, like baby sheep, and she went, baby sheep. And then what's this? part?
Bah.
And then they went bone, and she went, why is there bone in baby sheep? I'm like, and then her parents are trying to dance around it, where they're like, well, it's a living animal. There's bones in there, just
Yeah.
like you and me. She's like, Grandma, why are you eating that? And then she's like, stop judging me. Go back. Go sit down.
To the kid?
She was very.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, she wanted to keep
she's
touching
probably
the
never
bone.
seen it before.
No. And she kept eating butter.
I mean, that I can get that as a kid, where it's like you only eat vegan stuff,
Yeah.
and then suddenly,
Yeah, you
for the
don't know.
first time ever, you're like, whoa, what is this thing?
Yeah.
I've never seen this food before.
Yeah, she kept eating butter. And I think she just thinks like, because her parents are like, oh, no, we don't eat this because
Right.
we don't eat dairy. And I was like, hey, you got butter on your bun? She goes, yeah. And I'm like, that's dairy. And she goes, no, it's not. And I'm like, no, they did not. No, I know it at home they did. But I'm just like, that's dairy butter. And she goes, no. And I'm like,
To who?
my niece.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, she goes, no, it's not. I'm like, it is, but all right. Like, I don't care. Do you?
Idiot kid. Go eat your butter.
Anyway.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. So, but you're not going to go. You like it too much. You just got to.
What are we talking about?
Meat.
now? Oh yes. Well, that's where I ended up.
Being vegetarian.
That's where I ended up. Where I said I got close, and then the car drove away, and I was like, okay, I don't really care anymore. Bacon's still tasty.
Yeah, you continued to live in the Matrix.
Yeah. I mean, female bacon is pretty good. I did it again this morning.
Willful ignorance. It is one of the better ones.
I like female bacon. And listen, I'm not spitting on regular bacon. It's good. It has its purpose. A BLT wouldn't be a BLT with a female bacon. Gross.
You're always talking about BLTs.
They're the best sandwiches.
You did that on your.
I talked about it in the podcast.
You said I don't have lettuce. That would just be a BL
Yeah,
or a BT.
Yeah.
And then you went, well, a BLT would be nothing without it.
Well, yeah. But then later in the podcast, I talk about how they're the best sandwich.
Interesting. I think you should start doing that.
The best, most classic sandwich.
You should
What's
start
better?
doing that. Turkey Bacon Club.
That's like the same thing with turkey. That's like this exact.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But there's turkey.
you've taken the base BLT and just added something.
Ham and Swiss is
You
pretty
can't-
good.
No, it's good, but it's not better than a BLT.
No, it's not better.
Exactly. Thank you. I went over this. You think I didn't go over this by myself in my kitchen?
Yeah, but I don't know if you're thinking well enough. A big and this. Oh no, because it's not going to hit as much. When it hits harder, but it doesn't hit as much. I was going to say a big fat corned beef.
No,
with
that's
mustard.
not hitting all the time.
No, it's not. You're right. BLT's probably hitting the most consistently.
You also like.
Whoa!
You can eat a BLT like for breakfast every day, and like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Sure, bacon's not great for you.
Oh, you're even going into that. Okay.
Part of that.
I was gonna say best sandwich. I mean, how
Like
you
if
gonna,
like
how you gonna top
at any
PB&J?
time of the day, PB. Okay, well there now you have your first contender, actual real contender. PB&J hits all the time.
Come on. That's
Okay. You got me.
Yeah.
There's a 50-50 there now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the better one. Don't you think?
But you couldn't eat it as much as you could eat a BLT because it would kill you slowly.
Exactly.
With suggy.
But and I'm not saying, and obviously I know bacon's real bad for you.
Real bad.
But I think if you limit the amount of bacon on there, like there's a good. I mean, if you're eating like a spinach or an arugula.
What are your thoughts on turkey bacon?
I've never had it.
It's when I ate meat, it was always like there was a period where it seemed
It's
like
healthier, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's leaner.
Yeah.
There was a period where it seemed like that was like the punching bag joke on like sitcoms, where it'd be like, a family sitcom and the dad bites into a sandwich. He goes, ugh!
Yeah, they
What
go,
is
"Oh,
this?
it's turkey bacon."
It's turkey bacon. It's just as good. And I tried it, and I was like, this is gonna be really bad because it's and it was not. It was
No,
fine.
I can imagine it would be bad.
It was
It's
fine.
turkey.
It's cured meat.
Yeah.
How much-
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not one of those bacon people, who owns like a shirt that says like
Well, no.
bacon.
No.
So, I'm not loyal to bacon. But yeah, I'm sure turkey bacon tastes great. I would have a turkey bacon. I like turkey. Now go see a turkey club, bacon club or whatever. Great
Yep.
sandwich.
Yep.
But it's just a BLT plus.
Yeah.
So you gotta give the credit to the BLT.
Yeah.
in my
Much in the
opinion.
same way that you could add egg to a BLT, and it's great.
It's just a belt. Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. Have we talked about this? Speaking of belts, this has been bothering me forever. Ever.
Okay. Forever.
You go to Tim Hortons, you get a bagel belt.
A bagel belt. Yeah.
What do you get? What comes?
On the bagel belt?
Yeah.
Bacon.
Well, first, okay. I'm your Tim Hortons person. Roll up to the window. You're gonna order a bagel belt, okay?
Okay.
Well, Tim Hortons will be right with you.
Okay, thanks. They always take forever at this one.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hey, can I just get a medium double and just a bagel belt?
Medium,
please?
double, anything else?
Well, yeah, the bagel belt, yeah.
Oh, what bagel would you like that on?
Let's do it maybe I should do a plain. Let's go everything bagel. Let's do an everything bagel.
Yeah, let me see if I have that.
Okay, thanks.
Last one. Lucky. Okay, so we got a medium
my lucky
double
day.
and a bagel belt on an everything bagel. Anything else?
No, that's everything. Actually, you can throw a hash brown in there.
Yeah, make it a combo. Okay, absolutely.
Okay, thanks very much.
That'll be 10 tall, dry on up.
10, 12.
Drive on up, okay?
Okay, drive on up.
How would you like to
Are
play?
you still talking to the mic? Like we're not face to face now?
No, he doesn't sound like that because of the
that's how he
machine. That's
sounds.
how he sounds.
Okay.
He's got a disability.
Okay. All right.
How would you like to play?
Just on Visa, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, sorry, I have the Tim's rewards card, actually.
Yeah.
Boop. Max always makes fun of you for that, how many things you, scan. at Tim's window.
I scanned 2 things.
He's like, dude, he scans like a million things.
What are you talking? I scanned 2 things.
He's like, boop, boop, all the time.
That's it.
That's his
It's
whole,
2 things.
That's his whole joke. It's great. Floors
What a
me every
bastard.
time.
What a
Anyway,
I
sorry.
literally go Tim's and then I go card.
Yeah, no, not his joke. You do a lot more.
That's great.
It's anyways, sorry. Continue the bit. Sorry.
Yeah, so you
I just had to get that.
pay.
Out. Boop.
Can you
That
turn your
was-
phone brightness up?
Oh yes, sir. Boop. Thank you.
Oh,
can have Visa now.
coffee was free.
Oh, look at that. It was part of the combo.
It's gonna be 8. It's gonna be 8.64.
Okay, I still have Visa. Beep. Okay, thanks.
Perfect. Here's your food. Have a nice day.
Thanks very much.
What's on it? What do you got?
An everything bagel.
Yep.
Bacon,
Yep.
egg,
Yep.
lettuce,
Yep.
tomato.
Okay. Now let me ask you. This is a pivotal question, Ben.
Yeah.
Bagel belt. What does the BELT stand for?
Bacon, egg, lettuce, tomato.
So let me tell you what happens for me, Ben. I go up to the window. If I order a bagel belt, that's what comes on. I get bacon, egg, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah.
If I order an egg belt, there's no meat. So then what is that? The B suddenly means bagel? A bagel belt is bagel, bacon, egg, lettuce, tomato. I order an egg belt.
Wait,
it's
is
egg.
it called an egg belt?
It's called an egg belt on the screen. So the B is superfluous. Does it mean
What?
bagel now? Because if I say bagel belt with no meat, sometimes it still comes with meat. If I order an egg belt, no meat. What does the B mean?
Bagel?
Bagel?
That must be it.
Bagel, egg, lettuce, tomato?
Egg, bagel, egg, lettuce, tomato.
That's not like, I'm like, what
Yeah,
are we
that-
doing?
That doesn't make sense.
What are we doing
That's
here?
insanity.
Isn't that
I never
in-
noticed that before
It
because I
pisses
don't.
me
I don't
off.
order egg belts ever.
Yeah. I hadn't, so I used to order them a lot more, way back. And
Yeah.
then I took a real long break. I was on a farmer's wrap phase.
Yeah.
And then I was ordering, I wanted to order, I was like, oh, I need like the tomato, I need the
Yeah,
lettuce, get me
yeah.
in there. And it for like weeks, it kept throwing me off because I'd be like, can I get a bagel belt with no meat? Until finally someone was just like, you mean an egg belt? And I was like,
I guess. Yeah.
does that have meat on it? They're like, no. And I was like,
Then what's the B, you moron?
okay. And so I started
Oh,
ordering an
Lord.
egg belt, and then it's always been fine ever since. And I'm like, so what's the B and why the 2 E's?
Yeah, that's really odd.
It's not an egg BLT.
Yeah,
because
I mean that's just another example of Tim's just being dumb.
it's insane.
Just Tim's not
It's
thinking things through,
insanity.
like with their burger. What the hell was that?
What the hell was that?
That was insane.
I'm gonna go to Tim's and get a rice bowl. Frick
Gross.
off.
Yuck. Yuck. Anyways, yeah, that is insanity.
Isn't that wild?
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
McDonald's would never. Tim
If-
Hortons, they would.
If Tim's dropped
Wendy's, they would.
if Tim's dropped like a sandwich with pea meal bacon, you getting it? Do you think it's good?
Oh, I don't know with Tim's. Probably.
You'd probably try it.
I'd give it a go.
You probably
I can't
try
say
it.
it'd be the best sandwich of my whole life. You know who's got a real good female sandwich?
No. Tell me.
I thought you were gonna say like, no, not the place you're thinking. This place. Cozy Corner
Where the heck is that?
in Halliburton.
Oh,
The
I was like, why do I know that
little
name?
breakfast place in Halliburton.
Yeah,
Great female
I can
bacon or
imagine.
female sandwich.
I can imagine it is.
They're a cute little spot. I love Cozy Corner.
It's
Shout out
great.
Cozy Corner in Halliburton, Ontario. If you're there, go to the Cozy Corner for breakfast.
Tell him Ben sent you.
Tell them Ben sent you, and they won't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, what do you want?
Who the hell's Ben? You know, Ben McClartney, the guy who said,
Even you
the
can
founder
see,
of the carnivore
Yeah.
diet.
even you could see
He was Paul McClartney's brother,
his brother who hated him.
who hated him for
Rivalry
being a
the ages.
vegan.
Yep.
He founded the carnivore diet. But yeah. Anyways, I feel like we were talking about something else. Bagel belt.
Well, really,
Egg
just you going
belt.
vegetarian and see.
Yeah, I can't make it there.
that's fine.
What's your favorite leafy green? Now I understand that depending on the circumstance, it may change.
Here's the thing.
Like a salad versus a sandwich, you're probably picking a different leafy green.
I
For sure as hell am.
I
Burger. different.
and it's actually, this is controversial.
Okay.
I'm a consistent guy
Same lettuce.
pretty much all the time. I love romaine lettuce.
Romaine, eh?
Yeah. Iceberg's all right, but I think romaine's just a little bit nicer.
That's true.
What I mean, I don't even know. As a vegetarian, this is might get my card revoked, but I don't even know what are there. There's arugula.
There's
Kale.
there's iceberg lettuce. Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Romaine,
Is that it?
arugula,
Cabbage. Is that a leafy
spinach.
green? Oh, spinach.
Spinach is the big boy one. Okay, can't forget spinach. Kale, yeah.
Okay,
I
I'll
think
say
cabbage
this.
counts.
Spinach. I used to hate. It's underrated.
Yeah, spinach is unbelievable.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Spinach is a breakfast
Yeah.
leafy green for
Yeah.
me. It's in smoothies. I put it
Yeah.
on in my eggs.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Pasta. Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
It's in the pasta sauce.
Maddie doesn't like the little wilted.
Oh, I love
Just-
it.
I do too.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. So sometimes what I'll do though, just for that flavor and that
Mhm.
oomph, is I'll pop it into the blender with a little bit of olive
Ooh,
oil and almost make like a
yeah.
spinach pesto.
That sounds
and then I'll
great.
add that into sauces.
That sounds unbelievable.
And it's just like free nutrients.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's got virtually no taste, really.
Yeah.
It's just it's free nutrients, guys.
If you eat a raw piece of baby spinach though, it tastes like chlorophyll. And it's kind of
it
fuzzy.
is. It is a little weird.
Why is it fuzzy?
I don't know.
It's fuzzy against the teeth, but it's not fuzzy when you hold it in your fingers.
I don't know. I'm not sure what
Something about the
happens there.
cell
I don't really
walls.
eat. That's why I don't put it in salads. I don't like
No,
a spinach
agree.
salad.
I would.
That's what changes it for
My
me.
mom really, growing up, she would always get this one like salad pack that was like spinach, baby spinach, and then like little mandarin oranges. She's like, it's so good with a
yeah,
little lemon
no.
poppy seed, raspberry poppy seed vinaigrette. Nut.
Yeah, no,
Disgusting,
It's disgusting.
man.
It doesn't. The texture is not there. Yeah, I if you give me a salad with a lettuce or a romaine, all right, iceberg or a romaine, I'd be fine no
Yeah.
matter what.
Oh, yeah.
both are fine. But beyond that, no, I'm not having arugula in a salad either. But arugula on a breakfast sandwich, like arugula on a BLT, unreal, great stuff.
I haven't come around on
It's very
arugula yet.
stemmy.
It
which I
is.
like.
I like the texture.
biting the stems.
I like the texture, but it's spicy to me.
Spicy?
Why is it?
Do you not like cilantro?
No, I like cilantro. It's all right.
Okay, so you're not in this like weird.
I used to hate cilantro, and I've come around on
How
it.
could you ever hate cilantro?
I don't know.
It tastes
It's a
unbelievable.
little soapy.
So it does taste a little soapy to you?
Yeah.
Well, that's tough. Doesn't
But
taste soapy to me.
It's I've kind of fixed it
okay.
in my brain. I think it was an acquired taste for me.
That's fair. Yeah,
But
I like.
I don't.
But I like spinach on a Subway sandwich. I mean, you only really have two options, but I go both.
Both is smart because why not?
Spinach,
Again, it
spinach,
gets lost in there.
and yeah, spinach and iceberg. They don't give you a romaine option there at
No.
Subway.
No, I like. That's one of the reasons I really enjoyed Wendy's is you get that big hunk of lettuce.
Yeah, that's fair.
and it just feels fresher.
I kind of prefer a shredded lettuce on a burger, though.
I like it. It makes more sense
Yeah.
economically, but it's messier, and it
Yeah.
doesn't. For some reason, I think it just because of the nature of it, it's less crispy, so it's
That's
less fresh.
That's fair.
Feeling to me.
Because I find like a chubby. You ever had a chubby chicken from A&W?
yeah.
So a chubby chicken from A&W, solid, right? But it gets beaten by a junior chicken / McChicken from McDonald's because of the lettuce situation. I find I'm eating
For a
too
chicken
much
one,
lettuce.
Yeah, I get that.
It's too lettuce tasting.
Right.
Whereas the junior chicken, you still get the lettuce,
Yeah.
albeit a lot of lettuce. They always throw a lot
Well,
of
yeah,
lettuce on
you
those
get-
bad
you
boys.
practically get a
And
free
their
salad in the
their-
box.
Yeah, their mayo style sauce. But
I know what you're saying. I know
you
what
know
you're
what I
saying.
mean. So McDonald's beats out
Yeah.
on the shredded lettuce there.
The one
And I'm
I
not
like
sure
it-
I would like on like a Big Mac if it was just a slice of lettuce.
Well,
I don't think
because
I
it's
would
just
like
different.
that.
You can't. It's
Yeah, I
it's
don't think I
different.
can. I think maybe if you introduced it that way, maybe, but I can't
Yeah.
go back.
You could never. But
can't
much
go
in the
back.
same way, I used to get a lot of Wendy's like home style chickens, and I wouldn't like that with a shredded lettuce. I don't think.
Yeah, fair.
Because they do like it's a breast. It's so obviously like
Yeah,
a chicken breast.
that's true.
I think to me,
I
it's
mean, in
like-
that case, yeah, I think, and they got nice lettuce there. It's not the really light part. I don't know
No,
what they're using there.
It's a leafy lettuce.
It's a very green
Yeah.
lettuce, which I appreciate. Tastes better.
Yeah.
It's not quite as crunchy, which like I like the crunch, but not when you're eating when it feels like the stem of iceberg lettuce,
well, because it's
where it's like it's thick.
Yeah.
and it's like biting down on ice.
yeah, which I don't mind sometimes.
Oh,
But
I'm an ice chewer.
I love ice.
I love chewing ice. In the
But
movie
I mean,
theater.
in the context of the lettuce.
Oh, fair. In
Yeah.
the movie theater, I'm always chewing ice.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I finish my drink, ice in the mouth.
Yeah.
I'm sure it annoys people, but whatever.
That's great.
Shut up.
I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant?
Isn't that a thing?
Oh.
Pregnant women chew ice.
I think when you're just sick in general.
Really?
Ice chips. I don't know. Maybe you can't drink
Oh,
water.
Right.
Can I get you some ice chips? I think that is a pregnancy thing, though. I think
Yeah.
it's because you can't drink water or eat in case they have to do a C-section or I don't know, something like that.
I think it's just a weird craving. I think your body's just like, yeah, that texture's flipping nice.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Never heard of it.
I don't know. I like it. I like ice, man.
I don't think you can eat. I don't know. I've heard that you can't eat when you're in labor.
I have no idea. I've never been in.
Neither have I. Hey,
One day.
Cirrus.
One
Oh.
day.
Can't. One day I'll be in labor.
Yeah. Anyway,
God, I hope
so
not.
you're not going to be a vegetarian.
No, I can't get there. I just can't get there.
That's fine.
Wish I could, but I can't.
That's fine.
I think I tried it for a week. A while back.
Did you?
Years ago. I don't know if we were friends yet.
Oh, I mean, it'd be a different game now.
Yeah.
With some of your options.
That's
but
true. I don't think I loved it.
It was.
Beyond Meat Burger's pretty good though.
It's not bad.
Not good for you though, I hear. I've heard whispers.
What gives you boobs?
Well, no, not the estrogen. I just heard that
You heard it's bad.
I just heard that it's like too processed, I guess.
Interesting. I haven't had one.
I've read some articles,
Done your own research.
various articles
Yeah, I haven't.
saying different things about it.
I haven't had a Beyond Meat Burger in a while. When I've been doing fast food recently, I've been killing it at Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because you can get any of their options.
Yeah, they're fake little meat.
with it. No, they do refried beans.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of Chipotle. Chipotle's got
right.
their
And theirs is good. Theirs
Chipotle's
is
got
actually
their
not
whatever
bad.
it's
their
called.
tofu scramble or
yeah,
whatever.
I don't know what it's
I don't
called.
know. I don't remember
It's-
what the name is for it, but yeah.
I love Chipotle. I've had Chipotle actually quite a few times the last little bit.
Have you
I've just found myself in
that
the
neck
vicinity of a
woods?
Chipotle. Yeah,
Well, subconsciously, you're always working your way back.
I'm always finding out
You're
if
always
there's a
trying to make it
Chipotle in
back.
the area. Always finding out. Well, niece wanted to go to IKEA a bit ago, and I was like, "Yeah, let's go to IKEA."
There's one
Just
right
gonna grab a
there.
burrito just 5 minutes away from IKEA.
What'd you get at IKEA?
We had to return a throw.
Okay.
We got for the couch. We didn't like the color. We got more cups. That was our big boy that we had to get. More glasses
course,
because we had
yeah.
cracked like
All
3 or
your
4 of them
Walmart
in the
ones?
last. No, the Walmart ones are long gone. The IKEA ones.
Really?
Yeah.
What
So-
are you doing?
So I was drinking it at my desk,
Yeah.
and I slipped and it just fell down and smashed.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had that.
I never thought that happened with an IKEA glass. And then niece was doing dishes with one, and it's shattered in the dish in the sink.
I had that recently. It
Um,
slipped out of my hands
yeah.
and came crashing down on
And
a pot.
so that broke that one, and then I think we dropped another one. So and the Walmart ones are long gone. We broke those ages ago.
yeah.
So I think we were at 3. We were at 3, and we're like, this is just
You
not
were down to
sustainable.
3?
Yeah. So I was
my
like, this
God.
is not sustainable. So we went and got 6 more.
Yeah, 3 is
That's not enough.
no. I don't know how many we
That's
have.
one spare cup. Not enough.
I don't.
So now we have 9, which is perfect.
9's good. That's a good amount.
Yep.
I have no clue. I just broke one recently in the sink, and
That's killer.
it sucked because it was like I was doing dishes late. Like I wanted to get them done, and I was like, no, it's too late. I'm doing them tomorrow, and I was just pissed off, and I was like, I hate these dishes being here. And there was a lot of them. I was like,
That was like me today. I had to do a bunch of dishes this morning.
and I was like, I'm just getting them done. And then Maddie was in bed. It was like midnight, and I
Ooh, wow,
shattered a
midnight.
glass, and I was like, son of.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
Yeah. And then I
think I might give up if that happened.
It shattered so big. It shattered in the sink and then also went flying behind me. So I'm like picking up
Could've hit you
glasses
in
on
the
the
eye.
ground. Could have.
yeah,
I wear glasses, but
that's true. You got safety glasses
yeah,
on all the time.
Could have got something. Could have got
That's true.
like my cheek or something.
Ooh, that
So I had to
know
pick
how
up.
scary that
I had to pick up like 3 pieces off the ground. Thought I got them all. Then I did a hard look because I'm like, Maddie's gonna be up in the morning, and I don't
bare
want.
feet.
So
Ouch.
and she's got slippers, but still, you know.
Don't want to risk that.
And then I was like, do I risk a vacuum? Because like that's gonna
Midnight.
wake her up.
That's
And
a-
I was just
that's a
like,
no-go.
I got it. I did.
You
it.
did a vacuum at
I did.
midnight?
Yeah.
That's gutsy.
So then
I mean, in here it is. In my place, I wouldn't mind. 'Cause
Maddie,
there's several rooms.
when I finally got into bed, she's like, "Dude, why are you vacuuming?" And so she's already like mildly annoyed that I was vacuuming, and then I went, I broke a glass, and she said, "You what?"
Oh no!
And I went, "I didn't do it on purpose."
Did you grow up in a house where like breaking things was really bad?
No.
Yeah, see, I didn't. Like, obviously, it wasn't encouraged.
Yeah.
But niece grew up in a house where it's like if you break something, it's like the end of the world.
Really?
Real bad. So that's been a funny little
Didn't
thing in
you-
our marriage where I break something and it's like I'm just like, oh,
Whoopsies.
killer.
Yeah.
I liked this glass,
Yeah.
but go get another one.
Yeah.
And she's like, you broke a glass? Hey, why'd you break a glass? And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
My
glass.
my parents were never
It's a fun
like
little
it's
one.
the end of the world. They were always like very cautious about like the
glass.
bits. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
like,
if you have a dog too, you don't want
that
the
was
dog
what it was.
stepping on it.
It was with the dog. We gotta be so
Get
careful,
caught
like
in their little paw.
making sure we clean up properly.
Yeah.
But it was never like, oh no, the glass broke. It's like,
yeah,
oh, we'll get another one.
yeah, exactly. Just
Didn't
fun,
you
different.
break something when you lived at home and you just hid it you put it in the dishwasher to make it look like the dishwasher broke it, like a wine glass or something? I remember you told me once, like way back, you broke something and then you were like,
like of my mom's.
yeah,
or, yeah,
I think so. And then
Yeah,
you put it in the
I
top rack of
snapped-
the dishwasher.
I snapped a stem off a wine glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I stuck it in the dishwasher with the wine rack thing.
Yeah.
And then I just put the
Just slightly
stem
off to the
down,
side. Yeah.
just to see like, oh, sorry, it broke in the thing.
Yeah.
Never got caught.
And no, I remember you telling me. I remember
Yeah.
I asked you about it, and you went. She was like, "Oh, my one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the
Oh, that
dishwasher.
sucks.
I guess I'll hand wash the other ones." And then that was it.
And that was it. Never got caught.
Did you never tell her?
No.
Really?
Never to this day, I
That's
should
so
probably go
funny.
and tell her. My dad used to do that. I learned from my dad. My dad would break stuff. He'd pack it up in like a bag
Yeah.
and hide it somewhere in the house. He would throw it out.
One time when Maddie and I were early married, it was early enough that it was like that it. I guess I was scared, and I chipped a bowl, and we hadn't had them for that long, and I was like, "What the flip? That's not good. We just got them."
Oh no.
And it was like because I wasn't used to doing a lot of hand washing dishes. It slipped on my
Yeah,
hand
true.
just a chip, and I was like, we don't use that many
Yeah.
bowls. That's going right on the bottom,
Yeah.
turned away, and it did take her a while. I did tell her.
Eventually she figured it out.
Yeah. When I chipped a bowl and I just put it on the bottom for a really long time.
I would do that too.
And then it took, I think it was like a few months, and then we were getting down on bowls, and I went, "Oh, that's the chipped one." She went, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, I chipped it ages ago." And she went, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." And that was it.
that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time that I've like legitimately felt awful for breaking something was when I broke early in our marriage when we were unpacking. I broke a little like cup that her nana had, niece's nana, who is passed away now. I felt really bad about
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
a rough one.
And when we were when we were packing up the old place, moving to the new place, she put like all Nana stuff in its own box and like labeled it on every side.
Do not touch Ben.
Do not break this pen. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I felt bad about that one.
Well, of course. But see, that's the thing. Is like I get it. If someone's upset that you broke an IKEA glass and they're like making a big deal, I'm like, it's like
yeah, I'll go buy another IKEA glass.
yeah, for like 30
I'm not
cents.
breaking them on purpose.
Of course.
I'm not smashing IKEA glasses.
but if it's-
that would be insane.
But if it's something that
slips-
was like, a family heirloom, then yeah, obviously I feel really bad.
Yeah.
And you give it the time to grieve or whatever,
Yeah.
depending on the item. And
I think I glued it back together, honestly.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. If I'm thinking about it now, I think I glued it back
think you
together.
did.
But I don't think it ever, or maybe niece glued it back together. Someone glued it back together.
It's glued.
I don't think it's ever, it's like a dish.
Yeah, I know the one.
It had our lemon candies
Yes.
in it.
Yes.
And I think we still have it. I just don't think we use it anymore. I don't think it's the same because you can see the crack.
I mean,
Got to fill it with epoxy or something or whatever you fill it.
if I've learned anything from the internet and sentimental Twitter threads, it's that love changes you.
True. Amen.
When you look at like a picture of like the kid's stuffed animal on day one, and then like 5 years later it's all mangled. It's like, yeah, because of love. Hugs too tight. Love, to be loved is to be changed, is what they say.
I like stuffed animals.
Did I finish talking about the vacation?
I think we got sidetracked by space.
Space, and then meat, and Paul
Yeah.
McClartney.
Paul McClartney. If and you and
I told him off podcast.
I
That's
wasn't
the
told
problem.
about the best part. Oh, the storm.
Yeah, and me.
The storm.
Yeah, off podcast. Yeah, yeah.
Which one? What's the best
When
part?
I
The
was
storm.
Ralphing all
When you
night.
were vomming.
Yeah.
Judah vommed.
Did I tell you how it actually like came to be?
That actually makes. I love that happened though. Like I don't like that you had to vom, but I liked that happened because I had just said last week on the podcast that I think that the swaying would get to me.
Yeah.
It did. It got to you.
Well,
and half the crew, third of the crew.
yeah, because it was excessive. It's honestly the regular swing is kind of nice.
Shut up.
It puts you to sleep.
No, not a chance.
But
I'm Ralphing every night on a cruise.
The crazy storm we hit was insane, and then
It was a hurricane.
absolutely, typhoon,
Crazy hurricane.
borderline to tsunami.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Don't even joke about that.
It was a massive to tsunami.
That actually, like, the joke ended there for me. In my head, I just
Why?
thought how scary that would be if I was in that moment.
I
You
don't-
step out onto your deck just to see how bad it is
I
out
don't
there.
think you can have.
Big, oh,
I don't think you can.
my stomach's dropping. I'm so
Can I
scared.
tell you? Can I
If
tell
you
you?
step out and you see big waves that you're going over, and then in the distance there's this huge wave. Oh, good lord!
Can you have a to tsunami at sea?
It's a tsunami.
Yeah.
Have you been waiting for me to point that out?
I've been saying
I'm
it.
I'm too
Can
scared.
I tell you when I? So
Did you see outside when the storm was happening? How big was like?
Let me
how-
tell
was
you-
were you like cresting stuff?
I tell you what
Don't
happened,
tell me.
Ben?
It scares me. I don't like the ocean.
15 to 20 feet.
15, 20 feet waves you were cresting over
But
the top
let me tell
of?
you this. This is what made it worse.
I'm actually going to be sick.
What really started to turn my stomach on Friday night, we were at dinner, and we had these big circle windows in the dining hall. And let me tell you what I could see, okay? How am I going to do this? So, circle window, right?
Yeah.
I see the horizon's here. All of a sudden, all I'm seeing is sea. Horizon line is past the window. Then it's coming back down. No water, all sky. The horizon line was fully going up and down through the window because of how much we were like leaning up and down. And that, looking at that, because originally I was like, I'll look outside. If I see the water moving, that'll like tell my brain like this is what's happening. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I saw the horizon dip out of the window, and I went, "Ugh. Oh, that's so gross." And then it got to me in the room.
Not even from a sick perspective. I'm like scared of that. That would scare me.
It was a little.
I
there
would
was-
fear for my life.
So for the
I have
audience
a
listening,
huge
at home-
respect for the open ocean.
For the audience listening at home, we got back to the room. Maddie wasn't feeling great at dinner, but she was starting to feel a little bit better in the room, lying down. I was like, I gotta poop real bad. We had Indian food for dinner, and I was like, let
yum.
me poop. And it was just like not a good poop. I was on the toilet for like 40 minutes, and the whole time I'm like sitting, and I'm just like feeling it, you know.
Good lord.
And I'm like, this is not good. And finally, I'm just like, I gotta go lie down. Like, I guess the poop's done. And I stood up, walked into the room. I saw Maddie. She's like, how you doing? I'm like, not good. Like, I think I might throw up. And then my mouth filled up with saliva. That's like a thing that's always been the case for me when I was a kid. I haven't had it for ages, but when I was a kid, that's how I knew I was going to throw up. My mouth fills up with saliva like rapidly, and when I swallow it, it hits my gag reflex, and that's what like triggers me to throw up. And so it's weird. I don't know.
Odd.
But I was standing, and all of a sudden, my mouth fills up with saliva, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to go throw up. And I went, threw up a couple times, flushed, and I was like, ugh.
I love hearing Judah throw up.
Well, so then
It's so funny. Ugh.
it is that.
I love.
And then I'm like dry
oh my
heaving.
god.
And I'm like spitting. I came back out, and Maddie was like, and I was like, all right. She's like, how are you okay? And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've thrown up a lot. Like on the podcast, and I've thrown up less than Ben has, but throwing up has actually become weirdly it's lost its stigma in my body.
I've definitely thrown up enough times to lose it.
Yeah. I was very calm throwing up. I was like, you know what, this is where we're at. And so then I was in and out for all night pretty much.
Ugh.
And eventually I got emptied, and then I felt kind of fine, like there's nothing to lurch out of me. But it was weird. Like, I don't understand how vomit works. Have we talked about this on the podcast?
I don't know.
Okay. So I'm not feeling good.
Okay.
I vomit up some food. Don't know really what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, Maddie's like, the first time I threw up, she went to go get me like Gravol, and she got me a little Canada Dry ginger ale.
Nice.
And so she's like, okay,
Yummy.
sip on this. And I'm like, I'm gonna do my best. But I was
I'm
not chugging it, but I was not.
I'm bad at sipping.
Yes.
I'm bad at sipping.
If it's in my hand, I'm drinking.
Tastes great.
And
Tastes
it tastes
good.
good.
Tastes yummy. I
And
wanna
it
sip
tastes a lot better than the vomit.
Yeah, if I'm gonna sip, I need a straw.
So I guess I drank it too quick, and all of a
You
sudden,
vomited it right back up.
yes.
Brutal.
But what came back up was the Indian food.
There was some left over in there.
I guess
Yeah.
that was all Indian food. Then
There was probably some Canada Dry in there.
I'll tell you what, I don't know. Because my next vomit after that was Canada Dry. It tasted exactly like Canada Dry, and it was pretty much all that came out was Canada Dry.
Interesting.
And I was like, how was that under the Indian food? That should have been on top.
I don't know if that's how your stomach works.
I don't know, but that,
Your stomach has a lot of folds in
I
it.
guess. But I was just like, that doesn't make sense to me. The Indian food I ate
Well, your stomach
earlier.
is also not. It's not like a bowl. It's on the side.
Still, man, it doesn't make sense to me.
Do you think stuff just goes down your esophagus and just boop drops in like this bowl of acid?
Kind of, yeah, like a little bit. I thought that's kind of how it worked.
It's like sideways.
I know it's sideways, but how did the Canada Dry get beyond the Indian
Because
food?
it's sideways. It's not just coming. It's not just going. All right, who just got in here?
No,
Get up there.
That doesn't make sense to me. Then
It's churning. It's
Then-
moving around. It's digesting.
I get it, but it was there was such a clear mark between the Indian food and the Canada Dry.
Well,
Then,
there's also probably some Canada Dry in the Indian food to throw up.
I don't know.
What are you gonna taste? You gonna taste the Indian food or the Canada Dry?
All fair, but the
Or the vomit, the bile and the stomach acid.
the Canada Dry vomit was actually quite pleasant. It tasted exactly like Canada Dry. It was not that bad. It came up. It was not that bad.
Fresh.
Then, because I was like, well, there goes the Gravol I just took, and we didn't have a lot. They were giving out little single tabs at guest services. So then we had stolen some kids Gravol from the in-laws, and
I love kids gravel.
I took 2 of those because 2
Yeah.
if you're 12.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I might still have some kicking
I'm a
around
big
in there.
boy.
I'm a big boy. I'll take 2. And those ones are chewable, so they dissolve.
Yum.
And they taste all right. And then those I tasted coming right back up as well on a later vomit.
Killer.
Then at that point, I was pretty much empty. But, you know, I told Maddie to go to her parents' room because, like, you're not going to get any sleep in here. She's like, she hates vomit. Like,
Yeah, niece is like that too.
well, and she's also like,
She's got a
she wasn't
vomit
feeling.
phobia.
I think so. What is that? A metaphobia or something?
Yeah, she goes into like a anxiety attack while she's throwing up, which
Well,
is just an awful thing.
Maddie was getting worried that, like, at me throwing up because she's like, well, I didn't feel good at dinner. Does that mean I'm going to throw up?
Right.
And then she was like, so I was like, look, you got
Spiraling.
it. You're not going to sleep good if you're here. Go sleep in your parents' room. Go crash on their couch, whatever. And she was like, are you okay if I do that? I was like, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just
Like,
gonna be vomiting.
I'm just going to be, this is my life
That
now.
sounds awful.
And so
Ooh.
I at one point I was drinking some water because this vomit, and I can only brush my teeth so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like I'm
Were you
vomiting.
chugging the water?
No, this one I was.
Sipping?
It stayed in me for a bit, but then eventually it came all back up, and that was also a fine vomit. That one I was pooping, and it kind of came out of nowhere, and it's such a small bathroom. I just leaned forward into the sink and vomited in the sink. It was all water and stomach acid, and then I just rinsed that down the sink. Cleaned
Yeah,
all
I'm not going on a cruise.
cleaned all that up, and then
I would have killed to be there. That'll listen to you vomit.
it was pretty funny. It honestly, like, I would
Makes me laugh.
I would vomit. I'd like fall back on my haunches. I go, oh. I think
the
the first
classic.
time I vomited, this is what I said. I vomited a few times and I hit the wall by me. I went, no, thank you. and then yeah, I was like, that I would say something stupid.
No, thank you.
And then, yeah, my entire night, Friday night, was I had the TV on, Adult Swim was on. It was like I was fading in and out, getting like I would sleep for like 10
Adult
minutes.
Swim. What is that?
It's like the adult based cartoons. So it's like Cartoon Network becomes
okay.
Adult Swim
Right.
at night.
Right.
So like Smiling Friends airs on Adult
Right,
Swim.
right.
I was like fading in and out between like episodes of like King of the Hill, and then like I'd sleep for a bit, wake up, oh, American Dad, hear that for like
Okay,
10
right.
minutes, fall asleep. Oh, same episode. Oh, that means I didn't sleep that long.
Oh, brutal.
And that
That's
was pretty much
awful.
the entire night.
That reminds me of my seven times incident night.
It was
to
similar.
that. Yeah.
It was less bad. Like, I at no point did I feel in pain.
Poop on yourself?
No.
Thank God.
No. I almost did. I was worried. There was
That's a hard one to survive.
There was one moment where I was pooping and I was like, "Uh-oh. It's coming up." But I was like, it was early enough in the vomiting. I was like, I don't know what this vomit's going to be. I don't want to do it in the sink.
Yeah.
Cuz like the gap of like the sink drain stopper is pretty big. Is like,
Oh, so but you don't want to be picking up chunks
but I wasn't sure.
of butter
So,
chicken.
Yeah. So I was like, I got to go into the toilet. And I was like, but I don't want to poop myself.
Yeah.
So I had to like do as much as I could, wipe, flip the lid, flush. It's like airplane flush where it's like, like sucks it all out. And then I was like, I made a game time decision. I'm just remembering this. When I was crouched over, I didn't pull my underwear up all the way because I was like, I don't want to poop into my underwear. I'd rather poop onto the floor and then clean up the hard tile just in case. And so I was like half naked with my butt hanging out of my underwear, vomiting into the toilet. I didn't poop, which is great, but
What do you
I don't have laundry. I
What
can't
do you
wash the
think
underwear.
You think about these things.
I had
too.
to. I had to start making these plans. I had to think. I was like,
I just throw up.
I
That's
was
how I ended
worried.
up pooping on myself.
I was worried. Yeah, but like I don't have laundry, and like it was like one of the last nights, and honestly, I didn't pack
I
enough
didn't need
underwear.
laundry. I didn't need laundry. A shower and a cry. That's what I needed. That's what I did.
Yeah, but I don't know. All that's going through my head is the cabin steward who cleans our room is gonna find my poopy underwear. I'd rather just clean up the flipping mess I've made. I didn't poop though. It was great.
Didn't poop, guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's Judah's cruise.
Yeah. Anyway, I got another one in August, so
Wow.
yeah, we're going to Alaska.
Oh, that's right.
It's gonna be great.
Good luck. Have fun on that
I
one.
think it's gonna be way better.
Hope we don't Ralph on that bad
I don't
boy.
think I
no
will.
tropical storms in Alaska, hopefully.
Well, it's also a shorter distance. It's
True.
and it's not like Atlantic is a. I've
big
heard,
ocean.
I've heard it's crazier than the Pacific because it's so big.
Makes sense.
I don't know.
That
I don't
makes
know if that's
sense
real.
to me. It's warmer. I'm sure
Yeah.
that probably contributes to more
Maybe.
storms. Well, thanks for listening to the Barely Cool podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Very Cool Podcast. Go on a cruise
I won't be.
if and you want.
If and you want.
If and everybody could see Judah vomiting on the cruise, nobody would take him. Paul McClartney.
Paul McClartney, American hero.
Signing off.
I've been barely cool for a while, cool with a wink or a smile, but I'm cooler than you are with or without us. I've started, this is really hard for me. Well, I'll stop myself if nobody else does.
Dude, I love listening to you vomit. Don't start singing the American anthem. We're Canadian.
You see.
They have a way better anthem than us. Way better. There's no debate there. Their anthem is way better.
And the rockets red glare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you're
fact that they
right.
have jets flying over
Yeah, you're
usually
right.
too.
And everyone's like, ah!
Yeah, America! And then they do like the heart thing, which I know we can do, but we don't really do it.
Yeah.
Theirs is way cooler. Anyways, have fun. See you later. Bye.